gonna go into telling the viewers who you are, what you do, where you come from, your little background about yourself. What inspired the idea was when I first originally started writing my book, I envisioned it where I get all sorts of clientele that come in my chair, and I get to hear the most amazing stories from every individual person. And I feel like, you know, I interview people every day, all day, every 30 minutes. So the idea came about of being able to interview the everyday people of everyday life, and just finding the ordinary, beautiful people and finding out what they're unique and special in. Because we're all special and we're all talented in something.
Alright, so I'm Sean, 27, do wholesale car audio manufacturing.
Okay.
And been doing that for like 7 years. My dad and my uncle started it like 40 years ago, 37 years ago, exactly.
Nice.
So basically we just, we manufacture and develop our own brand, like car audio speakers, amplifiers, subwoofers, stuff like that.
Cool, and if they wanted to find you, how would they find you?
Google Rabati and Sons, man. Or
Rabati,
Majestic Car Audio is a brand.
Okay.
Rabati and Sons is a place. So.
Nice. And then do they have to go to your shop? They have to go online?
No, you go online, you can come to the shop if you're in Arizona, we're in Phoenix.
Okay.
31st and Thomas, right across from the UPS hub.
Nice.
If not, go to majesticcaraudio.com. No account or nothing needed, just pick out what you want, hit add to cart. Everything's in stock, it's all currently updated.
Nice.
You can find all of our stuff. Got stuff for like boats, razors, Can-Ams, cars.
Pretty much any kind of like...
Any audio
vehicle.
application, yeah. From side-by-sides to, you know, semi-trucks,
nice.
Boats, everything else.
Okay. Now, I know that's not an easy business to get into, you know?
Nah, I could never ever say I'm self-made, right? Gotta always show thanks and praise to my pops and uncle because they started it off. But any handout, I think if you got a handout, man, take that shit and run with it, you know?
I agree. You know, that's the one thing that I'm gonna say. It's like, growing up, I really I understand about the part where you said, you know, like I'm not self-made in a sense.
Yeah, I could never say that. I could never say that like anybody else, but that is. But I appreciate the handout that I had.
For sure.
You know, I'm not ashamed of it. You know, I always show thanks to my pops and my uncle. But
for sure, I totally understand. I can say the same because, you know, if it wasn't for my parents, I would not have been able to open up a business because I was too young to open my shop.
Yeah, you couldn't afford it.
21.
Fucking around.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And on top of it, like nobody was co-sign for me, right?
Yeah.
And my parents were the only ones that would co-sign for me at the time, and you know, I'm really thankful and blessed that, you know, they gave me the opportunity, and especially, you know, I was a troubled kid, facing 6 to 18 years when I first opened, which is crazy.
Bro, you're awful.
You know, I wasn't the best son, so, you know, for my parents to even open that door for me.
That's a big step.
For knowing that, you know, I didn't have a future.
Well, they just knew you were going to be a fuck up for a little bit of time, not forever. You know, they knew sooner or later you get your head out of your ass.
They were hoping I was going to get my head out of my ass.
No, you got it, yeah. Yeah, they were hoping, I should say. Not they knew, they were hoping. Nah, but same way, man. Like, I never did really good in high school and shit. You know, I didn't really start getting together till, like, first year of college.
Okay.
I went to college for 2 years.
Same.
But I did really good. Like, I stopped going just because, like, I just stopped going because I didn't like school, bro. I just couldn't sit there and like focus the whole time. You know, I'd rather be doing something.
Same.
Because when I was going to school, I was working part time. You know, I was working full time. But like when I went to work, I gave it like my all. You know, like 100%. Like whatever I was dragging the school wagon, I was like picking it up at work. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to work. I didn't want to be sitting in school.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing is,
wanted to learn different things. Not that I didn't want to learn.
Mine was a little different. So for me, it was I had a professor that should have, you know, made the whole class raise their hand that he asked a question. He was like, do any of you guys know what you guys want to do? And there was only maybe like 3 of us that picked up our hand in the class.
Oh, like what you want to do when you got older or whatever.
Exactly, you know, and the next question he asked was, are you currently working in the industry that you want to own your business in? And there was only like 3 of us that lifted our hand again, you know what I mean? And he took the 3 of us out of class. You know, he's like, hey, you know, the best advice I could ever give you is to leave school and pursue your dream.
Yeah, go do what you want to do.
And that was crazy to hear that from a professor, because usually professors are ones trying to tell you to stay in school.
Yeah, but at least he kept it G with you. Like, he was authentic with you. You know, he told you straight up what you wanted to hear, but no one was telling you.
100%.
So you gotta respect that man's honesty.
I did, and I took it to heart, and you know, because of because of my professor, you know, I dropped out of school. I decided to go into the.
That's fucked up to say. Because of my professor, I dropped out of school. I know what you mean,
though,
but it just sounds funny. It's ironic.
But it's like, you know, I thank him.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
He saved me like a bundle of money that I invested into my shop instead of in school. He goes, because he straight up told me, he goes, you know, the lessons that you're gonna learn hands-on are more valuable than the lessons you'll learn in class. He goes, there isn't anything that I can teach you that you can't not learn hands-on somewhere.
No, 1,000%. Yeah, you're
know?
gonna learn way more trying and like messing shit up than you will someone trying to tell you how to do
Exactly,
something.
100%.
You know, try it yourself, fuck it up.
Yeah.
You learn from it, and if you don't learn from it the first time, you're gonna fuck it up a couple more times so you get it right.
And I truly believe, like, yo, in your 20s, make as many mistakes as you can, because it's the mistakes that actually like define, grind. You know what I mean? On who you become. And
Exactly.
You know.
If you fail and make it out of that shit, man, and keep going, like you won, like you succeed.
100%.
If you let that shit keep you down and beat you down, you're gonna be a fucking failure forever.
100%. So where are you from?
I was born and raised here, Middle Eastern. My family's from Jordan.
Nice.
So I was born and raised in Arizona. Never been back to Jordan. Just I don't know. I'll go back and visit one day. But just so much other cooler places, you know.
There are. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been around the world as well, just like you have.
I'm sure, like you know, like Italy's beautiful. I've been there.
It is.
Aruba's beautiful. The islands, Costa Rica, all that shit.
I haven't been to Aruba.
Oh, it's gorgeous. But you've been to Costa Rica?
I've been to Costa Rica.
It's similar.
Okay.
It's very similar. It's all tropical, you know, beaches, fresh fucking fruit and shit, really pretty
Best.
water. Yeah. And the girls. The women there, the Venezuelan girls. Venezuelan girls and Dutch girls. Oh my god, bro. The most beautiful girls I've seen in my life. Venezuelan girls are sexy. Just long black hair, like bright green eyes, like just something out of a magazine, bro. It's like, where do they find these girls? But yeah, definitely keep you distracted for sure. It's super expensive out there though, man. Like you go buy a gallon of milk, it's like $7 American. It's ridiculous, yeah.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And there's only places I've been to too. They have like square coins. Their coins are not circles; they're squares. They're called guilders, and their money's called florins. Yeah.
No. Costa Rica?
No. In Aruba.
Oh.
In Aruba. No, in Aruba.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I was just telling them that's similar to Costa Rica.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they have square coins. They're called guilders, and then their money's called florins. But yeah, super expensive, bro. You have to like try to go out like and have fun on a night. You're gonna need like you and one person for dinner and shit. You need at least a few $100.
Wasn't that what you spend right now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So is
but
that
like,
any different?
no, but the food is way shittier. Like at least if I do that here, I get like a nice steak and shit like that. Over there, I got like some fucked up pizza and some shitty breadsticks for the same price. But everything else was cool. It was nice overall.
Love
The
that.
fruit is good.
Fruit, of course.
Fruit's fresh there.
Nice. How about seafood? Or you
Bro.
you don't fuck with seafood?
Nah, so I eat just very few seafood. Like I eat shrimp, real basic shit. Like calamari's good, shrimp.
Lobster.
Yeah, that's about it. No crab.
No crab.
No salmon. None of that shit.
No. How about octopus? Or octopus.
I mean, nah.
You don't eat the octopus?
Nah. I think the closest I get to that, it's like the closest I get to that, probably like calamari, because isn't that like fucking squid or octopus or whatever?
For sure, I love it. How long have you been in this shit you've been in? Like I know your parents have owned it for 40 years, right?
Yeah, so I've been running it, I could safely say, for 7 years, like 7 straight years, you know?
Yeah.
Once I turned like 2021, it was like 20 and a half, 21.
Nice.
Started like taking over and, you know,
Yeah.
got my set of keys, you know what I'm saying, to the front door, and that was it. Even today, bro, like my dad and my uncle, like, they're never there. Like, they'll call in, check, make sure it's all straight, but they don't ever come in, you know?
Well, you gotta remember something, dude. Like, you put in the work, you showing up, you show that you're responsible enough. Like, you know what I mean?
I try to. I mean, I fuck around, don't get me wrong, I'll still always make time to have fun and fuck around, but,
For sure.
you know, the saying,
But when it comes
you
to
know when
like,
people always said, like, there's a time and a place for everything?
Yes.
I always never wanted to hear that shit when I was a kid, but, like, now, like, I understand. Like, there is always a time and a place for everything. Like, actually.
Give us an example of a time and a place.
like a time and a place, but like to be professional. I mean, you go to a workplace, you want to be professional. You don't want to fucking go in there in basketball shorts and, you know, a t-shirt that's all ripped up. You want to look, you know, proper, and, you know what I'm saying? Presentation's everything.
I agree.
You want to be present, you know, try to keep the sailor mouth and all the fucks out, you know, before you get there.
I agree.
But, you know, if it slips out, it is what it is.
One thing that I've learned, you know, is never shit where you eat.
Oh, yeah. Never that.
You know what I mean?
Don't ever fuck what you eat. Don't ever shit what you eat. None of that stuff, bro.
No,
don't mix business with pleasure.
No, 100%. Like,
no way.
That's the one thing you never want to do.
Fuck no, bro.
It's like you want to go down a rabbit hole in a sense.
That's what you do.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah, that's the recipe right there.
That's the secret sauce. Yeah. It's a failure, straight up.
I wonder what Johnny wants. Tell him we're interviewing, we can't answer the phone, bro.
Right. So I was saying, what is that? When I was married, when COVID first happened, I remember my wife was panicking, right? She's like, and our house luckily was big enough to where, you know, she told me that you can go sleep in another room, which I had a nice guest house, like, you know, guest room and stuff like that. It was cool. But I was kind of pissed, salty. It's like, how the fuck am I the one taking the risk out into the corona, you know what I mean, every day, and you're gonna tell me to go sleep in another room? It's like it didn't make sense to me. It's like, I'm the one taking a risk with my life here, you know, telling me to go sleep in the other room. It was horrible. But I think that's why we're not together either. It's like, any longer. It's like, how you gonna tell your man to go sleep in the other room and think he's gonna stay around for that long?
Yeah. I mean, if you're married, I mean, it's different. I would just, not that it shouldn't matter. Like, she's like, you know, respect her health or his health, but like, you're married. Like, you guys kiss when you're sick anyway. Like, what the fuck does it matter?
I totally agree with you.
That makes no sense to me. Because don't say, no, we don't. Yeah, you fucking do. Like, you know, yeah, you do.
Totally.
You guys still kiss, make out, do whatever the fuck you guys do when you're sick. So what's the difference?
Totally. Because I know for sure
you guys didn't have any kids, so it's like
No.
not like you were to get the kids sick or nothing, you know?
I agree.
If you had kids, it'd be one thing, it'd be different, but
Totally agree.
that shit doesn't make sense to me.
It happens. Happens to the best of us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I
And
understand
it's
that.
crazy. It's like how many divorces there are in this world and stuff like that. And I never thought I would be a statistic, but I guess I am a statistic now.
It's not a statistic, bro. It's just a plan that went wrong that didn't work out.
For sure.
I mean, I can't really say because I've never been in that position. I've never been married, you know what I'm saying? So
For sure. Don't get me wrong, I still love my ex-wife and stuff like that. We're still really good friends. We still hang out time to time. You know what I mean? Well, I know
it's just not the same.
No, for sure it's not. You know, and there's times where it's like a little complicated. You know what I mean? Because, you know, certain emotions come up, and, you know, it makes it a little bit more complicated and stuff like that. But you know, that was kind of COVID for me, in a sense. So, do you see yourself actually like long term in the auto industry that you're in the parts and stuff like that?
I don't know, man. I think as long as they still like make cars, no one's gonna be happy with how they come. So everybody's gonna want to change something, no matter what. Pretty much, yeah. Like I was saying, as long as they still make cars, like
They will. Cars.
Yeah,
car
they're not
industry is
going
not going anywhere.
whether they're electric or fucking gas, it doesn't matter. I mean, people still customize the same thing.
You know what I think is crazy right now? That the car industry right now, and how much the cars are valued at. You know, and right now they're selling future cars, and they're not even selling actual cars. So they're selling you the future of a car that's about to be manufactured, or because they're like or they have not enough chips.
Yeah, they don't have enough chips to build anything. That's why we don't have any like radios. Same reason there's no new cars. You know, that's why used cars are through the roof because you know they don't have any new inventory.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's super crazy.
I know like a few people that bought their car for like $60,000, right?
Yeah, and like
and
4 years later, right?
And then they're fucking selling it for like $60,000.
4 years later,
crazy.
yeah, I can't believe that.
Like, what is going on?
Bruh, I had a couple cars, right? A couple M3s, right? BMWs. The last one I just sold, I bought with 25K. I sold it with 42K.
Yeah,
And I got $4,000 more than what I paid for it brand new.
I believe it.
With 40,000 less miles or whatever the hell it is. 28,000, whatever.
I totally believe it.
It's crazy, man. The world's crazy right now. What about you, bro? What do you see yourself doing long time? You gonna have a bunch of fabulous cuts, barbershops?
Nah, this is
Have like 4 or 5?
Nah, this is I'm one and done, dude.
Just gonna keep one?
I'm gonna keep one, and that's it.
Just keep it going. You're gonna keep like changing it though from time to time, right?
Like, I always change like the color, the wall schemes, and keeping it interesting all the time. You have to. It's like anything else in life, you know what I mean? If you don't switch it up,
It'll fade.
You get bored of it.
For sure.
And that's why I kind of have my barbers rotate all the time as well. And that's another reason it is because like if they're constantly rotating, they're not getting too comfortable in just one spot. Let me just put this on really quick. And we'll talk. If you can go back and tell your past self 3 things, what would those 3 things be?
Man, it's kind of easy, kind of hard. I'd say fuck up sooner. Don't be scared to fuck up sooner, for sure. And I would say save your money. Don't blow it on nonsense. Save that shit for a fucking rainy day because that shit happens.
It does.
And the third, man, like surround yourself with people that want shit for themselves, Not people that are just comfortable making a living, but people that want to make a killing, There's a difference.
I agree. You want to surround yourself with people that
just like are hungry, bro.
Like slaughter instead of what's the word? God, this guy said it so perfectly one time. He goes, I never want to be okay with something. I want to dominate.
You want to be extravagant, bro. You want to dominate. You want to own that shit. Yeah,
100%.
And that's 3 things I would tell myself. Definitely fuck up sooner. Don't be scared. Save your money for something that's important. Not, fucking not buying chains and watches and dumb shit.
Okay.
And then definitely surround yourself with people that are not just doing good, but that want to be great.
Better.
For sure.
100%. And then how do you see yourself? What would you tell yourself 3 things that push yourself to the next level to do something unique in a sense, like
to do something unique?
Mm-hmm.
Just man. Just don't be scared to try.
Well,
don't be scared to try something out of your comfort zone.
Give us
something new.
Give us an example of something that you
wanted
to try, but you
shit. I didn't know nothing about real estate 8 months ago. I took classes and I learned. I tried and it's been working out.
100%.
It's been working out. I haven't closed nothing crazy multi-million-dollar commercial deals, but I've sold a couple of houses already.
Yeah.
It's only been 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
So.
Hell yeah.
I thought for sure I would never be able to pull it off. I didn't know how to read and write a fucking lease or contract, any of that shit, but you learn.
For sure.
It's not fun. It's not fun to start over from something you don't know. It's easier to do something you know how to do, obviously, but you gotta learn, man. You gotta try.
So, and if say for somebody that doesn't want to learn, how would you recommend him getting into that industry?
Just hang out with more people that are more involved.
So find somebody like you that has their license, right?
I mean, me or his other Joe Schmo down the road, just somebody that knows a little bit more than you.
100%.
Try to get you there.
That's the one thing I've learned is don't ever feel like you can't accomplish something or can't do something because you don't have.
Because you don't know.
Yeah, you skill.
Yeah, it's about who you know.
You know what I mean?
It's all about who you know, not 100%. What you know.
100%. It's about.
Because if you have a couple $100 in your pocket or whatever the case is, you could pay someone to teach you something that knows all about it. You know?
And it'd be a lot cheaper to go to school.
Exactly, yeah. Because that dude already went through it and paid $50,000. But no, on a serious note, just use your resources, man. You don't gotta put yourself all the way through it, but you gotta at least try a little bit.
So I totally agree with what you said. Use your resources, but what the biggest problem? A lot of people why they don't use their resources
because they're too scared to ask. I don't know.
Egos.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you're too scared to ask for help, man, because you think it's making you look small, you're a loser.
I agree.
Everybody, bro. People hold the door open for me every day, and I do the same thing back. It's doesn't make you less of a man.
I totally agree with you.
Makes you a man to ask if you need help.
Yep, and
not to be scared. Don't let your pride get that shit in the way.
Don't let your pride get in the way of your success.
For sure,
is what I say.
Yeah, 1000%. That's all true, man.
Because that's the one thing that I had to in order to get to where I got to, I had to realize not to allow my ego to get in the way.
Nah, you gotta ask for help, bro.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a time. I don't care if you got a doubt. There's gonna be a time you need help.
Everybody does.
For sure. Time. There's gonna be a time you need help, man.
For sure. So, who is one person that you look up to?
Man, I think I'd have to say my pops, bro. Dad.
Okay.
My dad's a man.
Why is your dad a man?
I always wanted to be just like him when I was younger, you know? Like he just, you know, walk into like a party, everybody comes and says hi to him, they all show him love, they respect him. Like, you know, even people that are like, people that only see him one time in their life, it doesn't even have to be like they see him a whole bunch of times, you know?
Yeah.
Just, you know, I want that same
Respect.
the same respect, you know? That same like humbleness when I walk in the room, you feel it, you know?
Steve, don't worry about it.
Like, me and my dad are complete opposites. Like, you don't care about like cars and the bullshit and the nonsense that I've wasted money on. You don't care about that shit.
You definitely have wasted a lot of money on nonsense.
For sure.
I would definitely agree with
Oh,
you on
yeah,
that.
no, for sure. Yeah. But the difference is I'm not asking nobody for money to spend it on, you know?
I agree.
So that's
Totally.
But no, I agree with you. I look back all the time and like, damn, I should have not did this or I should have not bought that. But no, I don't say that to myself.
True.
What's going on?
Let's go, bro.
What's up, G?
You want to get on this interview?
We're doing a little Q&A at Fabulous Cuts today behind the camera. You good on that side of the camera?
Yeah.
For sure. You got here kind of fast. You were driving the shit out of my car, huh?
Nah, I was driving.
You liar. I know how long it takes to get here from my house.
I was driving like I drove my car.
Yeah, so you're driving the shit out of it.
Steve, take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Yeah, I think if I owed anybody like a thank you for what I've known, like my success, I'd definitely my pops, man.
Dad, I love it.
He just always held it down for me. You know what I'm saying? I never heard you asking the guy in here before me, you know, like, where his parents are like backing him up through his move. My parents for sure. I fucking got arrested when I was younger for dumb shit. They're right there, you know. They yelled at me and talked shit. Yeah. But like they didn't leave me hanging. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They didn't kick me out. They didn't leave me hanging. They didn't make me go through it on my own.
But they showed you how to. They showed you how to show up.
Exactly.
And then showed you how to show for yourself at the same time.
And for others, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that people don't. I feel like that's the one thing. The difference between foreigners and Americans, in a sense, I would say, is that 18 Americans usually kick their kids out.
Yeah, or they make them pay rent instead.
But foreigners are like, no, save your money, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, stay at your mom's house. You're good. You have everything here. It's true though, man. Your parents' house have everything you need except for fucking peace. Like except for your own self peace, everything else is there. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You ain't got shit to worry about. At least if you're cool, like your parents are cool to you. You know what I'm saying? But
100%.
There's just no peace there, bro. Everybody off in your business. You can't do what you want to do. You know
you can't bring no girls.
No, yeah, none of that. It just doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying? It looks disrespectful.
I've done it.
Yeah, no, I
don't get me wrong.
But it looks disrespectful. At least that's like, my family's eyes, it looks disrespectful. But yeah. I think that's the only thing that it lacks, man, is like actual peace for yourself. Everything else is there. You got your bed,
Food's
you got
there.
your room, your food, your laundry, all that shit is there. Thank God. But yeah, it's just no self-peace, man.
No self-peace.
No.
That's huge.
Yeah, big time, bro.
Self-peace is the most important thing, just to let you know.
For sure.
It's like almost like self-growth, in a sense, with self-peace. I feel like those two come together, self-peace and self-growth.
They can, yeah.
Put your head back for a second.
Yes, sir. Gotta make sure the beard's dialed, man.
All right, so I'm asking one last question.
What's good?
It's gonna be if you can go back and change one thing, what would you change?
Like about anything?
Anything.
Man, that's hard. Cause I don't know if I would change anything. Cause I really feel like everything happens for a reason, and everything taught me something a little bit.
For sure.
I think I would go back and try to change the order of how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I wish I learned something sooner than I did.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I do. But sometimes I feel like the lessons that you learn at that time is for a lesson for another time.
Like in advance?
Yeah, so it's like I would say going to a court, right? For a petty charge, can mentally prepare you for something bigger that may come your way.
For
to
sure.
Be okay with going to court, with not being hesitating,
For
or
sure.
getting pulled over the first time in your life when you're fucking shaking, right?
Yeah. No,
And
yeah.
then-
I ain't gonna lie, when I see red and blues in my rear view, I still be shaking. Even if I have nothing on me and I'm just doing the speed limit, it's just habit, bro.
I feel you.
Some feelings don't ever go away,
I totally get it. Sean, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Love you, bro.
See you soon.
Take good care of
I
yourself.
appreciate it. Love you too, man.
Definitely. Looking fresh. Happy
Try
with
to,
it.
bro. Always, man. Always.
Thank you guys for watching Fabulous Reality, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode.
What you been about? All that time we spent apart, they got me healing now. Yeah, if I think about it, I just write it down. Fuck their thoughts, man, that shit'll never